All right. It's Babylon's finest, cause shit is fucked up, but we ain't tripping. What's going on now?
Not much, chilling, chilling. What's going on with you?
Same over here, feeling good today, so I cannot complain. I
Mm,
will not.
no, that's right. Keep it positive. So, these headlines, you ready? Hop into them real
Um,
quick.
let's go. Let's go.
Now, what I want to talk about is this crazy interview that, what I'm saying, rose to the surface of the hip hop world and really the whole entertainment world is the Ayanna Jackson interview. This is her first interview since the incident where she was alleged to be raped by Tupac and his boys and whatnot. So I don't know if you saw the interviews or whatnot, but she basically saying like, she was raped. And but on the flip side, when you watch Pac interviews and whatnot, he said that he woke up and she was screaming. So
Hmm.
but the thing is, like, you really shouldn't judge a book off its cover. But at the same time,
Definitely.
a man with understanding it would know certain characteristics to look for to build a case to judge. So I'm looking at old girl. I'm like, man, listen, man. She seemed like she wanted for the
She
glory. She saying
she
like,
wants something, right?
I'm just not seeing a woman who was raped. The way she tell the story, she's like giggly. She's holding back smiles. She's like she's contradicting herself in the interview. And the last thing I want to say is call this woman a liar. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a serious situation. But I'm just she just don't seem like a woman
Who has
who
actually been hurt.
yeah. And all,
Right.
all I'm saying is that I don't know. Pac make more sense than her, just based off the sincerity. You know what I'm saying? That's all
Right.
I'm saying.
Okay. I can fix that. As far as the Tupac side of the story, I have not heard his side, which I'm actually kind of upset that I haven't heard his part of the situation, but I can kind of assume what it was. From hearing like the video that we're actually talking about, um, I see what you're saying because it does kind of seem like she's after something, and that's the sexual harassment and rape with all these celebrities and stuff like that. It kind of after a while it just kind of gets under my skin because it's like if you're doing it because you really want to do it or because you really need to do it, excuse me, then that's one thing. You need to say what you need to say. Tupac, if he supposedly raped her, fine. Say what you got to say. But why are you coming up with this all this time later? You know what I'm saying? Why are you still coming out here? Why are you still trying to deal with this? That man been gone for since what, 96? How many years is that? 12 years? To 20 years? Excuse me. Like
26.
22 years.
It's up there. It's over 25.
So it's like what? Why is this? Why is this stuff surfacing now? Like why? Like I get some things if they want to, maybe they're trying to prove it, but it's like at this point, what are you trying to prove by doing this? Are you just saying it so you can get it off your chest, or are you saying it because you want something? That's what I feel like
Damn.
she
I'm
needs to
asking
be
for.
expressed. Not, you know what I'm saying? But
Well, now, what you
she
say now?
don't need to.
She need the what?
Like I feel like she need to figure out if she's doing this because she wants something, or she's doing it because she just want to get it off her chest and just say, look, this is what happened. You feel me? But I'm like, shit, if you do that, that's why they have therapy. You know what I'm saying? Why are you dragging somebody's name who, a fucking icon? Why would you drag somebody's name in the dirt like that? You know what I'm saying? For those reasons. Now I get if he hurt you, I get that. And I'm not defending, I'm not on nobody's side. But like I said, that's why they got therapy. You could deal with that shit on your own. Like, and they even said in the thing that they put her story in the movie. So it's like you getting royalties. What do you want? You know? I don't know. These stories is touchy because you can't just say all women or all men are out to just get people. But shit, when you in a world where that's what basically the fucking foundation of this country is kind of built on, it's like you ain't got no choice but to get people like that side eyes. Like, really,
See, what I
really?
find funny about this is so many twists and turns to it, cause Pac on one hand would say he would think he was set up because some people in his entourage introduced him to the girl. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And they kind of stuck with the relationship. So he think, you know what I'm saying, it was planned from the get go. Then like, long story short, he like, listen, I made Dear Mama and I made Keep Your Head Up. Like he said, I made that from the heart. You feel me? So I'm just looking and hearing this man out on his side of the story, and he like one thing I'm not gonna do is sling my sister name through the mud just because she turned her back on me and wanna, wanna get down with the other side and shoot me. He said even though that's the case, I'm still not gonna talk bad on her name. So like that takes a certain type of person who has
Right.
a certain type of ideology to be in that situation to let it just play out in court and not dig up her past and show her record and say, look, she has a track record for this. He ain't even do that. Only thing he tried to say is, look, I'm innocent. So just from like the outside looking in, and a little few details here and there, because like what's going on now with the Me Too movement, all these females that's coming out, they got numbers on one individual male. You know what I'm saying? One male been harassing countless women. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, but with this Pac situation, it's just one woman. You know what I'm saying? And Pac been with plenty of women in his day, plenty of ladies, and there's only one woman that said, you know what I'm saying, these things that this woman is saying. So my whole thing is that I don't know, man. I think the situation might bring Pac out of high. Like,
Oh my gosh. You still think Pop hiding
man,
left?
my nigga's not dead, man. All right, he
I have gone on to that idea since he fucking died. Like, I'm so serious. I do not think he's dead. I really don't. But I don't know. I thought I was one of the one of the other ones.
listen though, you ain't get that song I sent you.
Which one?
Oh, you ain't even get it. Look. We gonna put this for another time. You got to hear this song. We could talk about that. You know what I'm saying, on the flip side. But yeah, continuing on with this topic. Yeah, I just think this not the end to this. Even though it happened like over 20 years ago, I think more people who was involved or who know like some inside, information, I think they gonna come forward. You know what I'm saying? Just the climate that we in right now. I just feel by her doing this interview, you know, she is, like scraping off wounds that's not even healed, and now it's an open cut, and it's gonna take a while for this to really be healed and go away. So I just think that this is not the end, and is more to come. For the simple fact, like we on part 4 of the interview, but I think she said the most already. So her interview is not completely over. It's still coming out throughout the times, but
Right.
I'm just she seems like an actress, you know.
Okay.
I'm just not buying it, because it's he say she
Right.
say. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to call her a liar. I'm just saying it smells fishy. That's
Hmm.
all I'm saying. It smells fishy. So
Hmm.
oh, and another
Hmm.
thing Pac said, he like I can't die with people thinking I'm a rapist. So like he really wanted to, hash this situation out. And one thing he said, he ran into some people when he was in Georgia who was from New York, and like, yeah, I know old girl name, I know her track record. She this, that, and the third. She's scandalous. So Pac hearing, cause like he couldn't say her name in the media, so he ran into some people like I know her first and last name, know where she stays. So like he said, even all this information that I have on her, I'm not gonna bring it to light because I shouldn't have to. Like the proof is in the pudding. So and he died with that being a pending case. You know,
Hmm. So what's going on with the case as far as now, though?
I mean he's
Because
dead.
they didn't really say much.
We
I mean, but so they just not gonna do nothing with it. Like, what is he talking for? What is the purpose of her doing it?
Man, I think it's because of that movie. Because people now know the situation and they seen this, so now she can come forward like, yeah, that was me in the movie. Get some clout, get some interviews. You know what I'm saying? And this whole movement that we in, that she thinks she can garner sympathy. But like even people, you know what I'm saying? Pac fans not going for that. She thinks she can hop on the Me Too movement and everybody gets sympathy for it, but it's not happening that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah. Anything else on this accusation?
I, I honestly just feel like I said, if somebody hurt you, that's, a celebrity or whatever, like, people go through this shit all the time. That's the whole point of the Me Too movement. And it's not to say that somebody shouldn't seek justice for them being hurt, because people should seek justice for being hurt. I understand that. It's just, it's like, at what point do we just be like, okay, we need to realize that by us continually talking about certain things, we're technically glorifying it. And it seemed like once, I can't even remember what the first one was, but it was like once the first sexual assault case came out, then it was, which was the big one? What the fuck was his name? Bill Cosby. I can't believe I can't think of Bill Cosby's name. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got from him, and then all this other stuff. Like, come the fuck on, people. Like, if people don't realize how much these things are being used as a fucking distraction, like, that's the part that gets me. It's like the movie came out. We see, okay, you fucked Tupac. Congratulations. Like, now collect your prize and move the fuck on. Like, let the shit go and move on. Now, if he was still alive and they did like a whole court case, fine, whatever. Y'all want to distract the media some more, by all means, do what y'all do. But like, it's the whole movement as itself is important, and I don't think that we need to single out, oh, this woman because it was because of Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, this movement was started because there are really men and women out here that are hurting and that are trying to, get over this. And some people want revenge. Some people just want to move on with their lives. And I think we need to stop making spectacles of these things and stop making light of these things and stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop glorifying the bad that's in this world and start being like, okay, you know what? We put this movement together so things like this could stop. Instead of saying we put this together so, if somebody wants to come up and be like, oh, well, he got some money, let me go over here, fuck this nigga, get pregnant real quick, or act like, do something stupid, whatever the fuck these other gold digging ass women be doing. I don't know, because I don't particularly care. But, you know what I'm saying? People do see stuff like that, and it's not just women. There are men out here like that. Of course, they're not going to say, because women don't tend to rape men, because it's just weird, but it happens. But, like, a person sees somebody, they know they have something and they can get something. That toxic mindset that has been put in us from generation to generation is what the fuck kicks in and say, fuck this. You did this to me, or I'm going to say you did this to me so I can get what I got to get out of this situation. As opposed to saying, you know what? They got their money. They did what they did. Let me go get that shit myself. You know what I'm saying? Why do I need to come fuck with you or drag your name in the mud or, you know what I'm saying, tear you down so I can make myself feel better? That's not going to make me feel better in the end. That's going to give me something for right now. But what's going to make me feel better if I was a person who was really deep in that Me Too movement, because I can't say I was deep because I wasn't raped, but I am a part of that moment because I was abused. So it's like, I mean, it's I get the idea behind it, but I'm not like, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and, put my abuser out there and just be like, well, he did this. No, fuck that shit. He did that. He need to move on with his life just as much as I do. We need to stop talking about this shit that glorifies the pain that we go through. We need to talk about it and let it go as opposed to just talking about it and letting it fester. That's the difference between patching up a wound and picking with a wound. We picking with a wound by constantly letting these people come out and be like, well, he did this or he did that or I deserve. We're picking at wounds because people don't know how to let them heal. We learn how to heal. We won't have any, what her name, Ayanna Jackson. We won't have any of those, or any of the women who came after Tiger Woods, or any of the women who came after Bill Cosby. We won't have that because we'll have that security in ourselves to feel like we don't have to come after other people to make ourselves feel better. So as far as I got to say about that, I don't want to say nothing against her because I don't know. Because listening to her speak, sometimes I talk like that and I be telling 100% the truth, but sometimes it be sounding like, do you really know what you're talking about? But sometimes you got to get your words together. So I believe her story in that video, that last video that you sent me, I believe that she hung out with him. I believe they kicked it, they danced, She said that they was on the dance floor. She didn't suck his dick. I think that's a lie, but whatever. I think she did. They got a little handsy. He probably was like, all right, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You cool peoples, blah, blah, blah. And then something happened that made her click and say, okay, well, let me try this. So I'm not calling her a liar, but I'm just saying the situation needs to be done. It's 20 years ago. Like, ain't nobody dead from that situation except for him, the person that's being accused. So, like,
Hmm.
what's the problem, you know? I just
Yeah.
feel like we need to stop talking about certain things and just kind of let them go so we can heal.
Last thing I'm gonna say, like I'm looking at the video right now, and part four, 1 minute and 58 seconds in, and this smirk on her face is just terrible, man. I'm like, what is so funny? You telling a rape story? But yeah, I guess to wrap that one up, I say I just think if we just sit back, I think more information will come to the surface. And, so I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the story because it's in the past. What happened happened, and only thing we can do now is just you know what I'm saying, just see what else comes out.